All right, good morning. Neon and I are getting ready to do an early trail.
Yep.
And instead of trying to remember all the details, I'm just gonna show what All Trail shows. Sand Ridge in the 5 Lakes Basin, 10.8 miles, almost 1,700 foot elevation gain, loop.
We're already above
Trail.
6,000 here. Let's be going up. There's at least 5 cars here.
What is today? Today is August 14. And this is crazy sauce.
Yeah.
I cannot believe. Mia read in the reviews that there was like 150 cars at the trailhead, and it was like, that would make no sense. So I guess this is a major place for people to come. There's a lot of different trails off of here, I guess, and you can tell it. There's a lot of cars.
You wouldn't expect it though, of how troubling it is to get into here and requirement. Some people saying you need 4-wheel drive to even get
It was a long road to get in here.
Oh, grass ridge.
Okay, so there is, if we understand this right, you do not have to pay to park if you're hiking or backpacking. Campsite fees, there's campsites. Guess we'll figure a lot of this out when we get in there. This is the hiking and camping and all that. Tons of stuff going on here. Car freely campground. Already came to the first lake. It's beautiful. So Niana and I got some trekking poles from REI last weekend.
Yes.
Funny, on our last hike. Not the one last weekend, but the last long one. We saw everybody using trekking poles.
Yeah, not one person without them.
So this is a campground around this lake. That's one reason for a lot of the cars. We're just learning about this area. It's all new to us.
Yep.
It's beautiful. Okay, we just barely started, and there's just all kinds of things to see here. There's campsites all along the trail so far, which explains the having to pay for. And Nia and I found this bathroom right off the bat, so if you get into the hike just a little bit and you go to the bathroom, there's bathrooms. And I believe we'll go up here, that there's going to be another lake. Yes, indeed. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. No wonder there's so many cars in the parking lot. So Nia and I are talking about how I feel like we just need a camera on the whole time on this hike already. Everything is just so gorgeous, we just keep saying wow. It's just wow. I don't know how else to describe it. The water's so clear you can see the bottom of the lake as far as you can see out. Backdrop is just amazing. Just beautiful. We're to our second body of water, and the sign said Delaney Pond. Pretty in its own way. Not as grand as the lake, but pretty. And I've gotten rid of the tripod on this GoPro because carrying these trekking poles, it's hard to carry a tripod anywhere without it bouncing around and being easily accessible. So I bought a new extension and I left half of it in the truck on purpose. It was just too hard to deal with. It would be great for something like this where I'm holding it out in front of me, but this attachment has a little clamp on it, so I can just clamp it to my belt and get to it easily. What do you think of the trail so far, Nia?
It's too much for me. It's too beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's the greenest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
It's the most green place I've seen.
And I had no idea that a trekking pole made such a difference.
Yes.
We barely started, but the uphill
This grass.
is amazing how you're able to use your arms to help you a little bit, and it doesn't burn your legs as hard. It doesn't take it out of you. You get to spread the exertion out through your body.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
So there's some, I'm just showing this because it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, like Nia said, so green, so beautiful. All right, these rocks, I tell you, Sierra Nevada, the rocks are our nemesis. Beautiful, but we got off the trail again. Like, I'm up here, I'm gonna come get a 360 shot. So gorgeous, so beautiful. All right, we found another little lake. Don't know the name of it, but
it's one of the 5.
And our getting off of the trail and onto rocks again.
Yep.
We found this. There's the treat. The diamond in the rough, the silver lining.
Mm-hmm. We saw 2 camp sites.
Yeah, we've
back,
seen.
right behind us.
Somebody, we might be a little lost, but somebody else has been here before.
Definitely.
We found another little lake. There's a lot of these up here. We're trying to just cut cross country hard and find the trail. We think we're going to go the right direction now, but it's really hard to tell. We finally came across a really nice lake. It's really pretty. We think when we get to the other side of that, we're going to be on the trail or close to it. Oh, there's duckies over there.
Yeah.
So pretty. We finally found our way to the trail, and we have a long way to go. We're not sure if we're going to be able to do it or not, but we're going to do what we can.
Okay, so we're doing our trail review now.
It's been a while since we left the trail.
Yeah.
We're recovering.
Yeah, and we also I didn't want to record when we were going through the rocky terrain. So overall, this trail was really beautiful. I think it was the most beautiful area I've ever been on a trail. It's not accessible for everybody. Definitely really inclined if you get affected by higher elevation. It does get over 7,000, so that's something to think about. Overall, we did get lost, so I think if we stayed on the trail for most of it, I would have enjoyed it way more, but it definitely was a push through. Overall, I would give it an 8.8. And how about you, Dad?
Yeah, it was the views, you know, we started, it was funny when we were coming out, we were talking about how we were when we were coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And our jaws were on the ground when we first started. It was just so gorgeous and so beautiful. But we did get lost, and the way we got lost was right at the very beginning. We figured out because we didn't have a destination that we were going. We were doing a loop trail. trail, so there was no destination. We just made an assumption and took the left trail that went to such and such lake instead of taking the right trail,
which was
that
like
went
the
to
round
another
lake.
Yeah, another lake.
Yeah.
So we thought we were just supposed to stay to the left and keep going, whatever. Well,
not the case.
not the case, and we got turned around several times and did some cross-country stuff, and so our miles were hard earned. We were disappointed in ourselves. We did not complete the hike, but we talked ourselves through it, and we were like, hey, you know what? We're about spending time in nature. We saw a lot of little glacier lakes that nobody sees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody's going to see them because they didn't cut through. So we saw a lot of little those. We found where people have backpacked in and found those little places, and they've camped there. Really cool. Now we know about them because of this trip.
Yeah.
And maybe if we ever want to backpack in and we want real privacy, that's where we'll go. Mm-hmm. Most of the terrain same terrain we would have saw if we would have done the 10.8 miles.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like we were missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that said, yes, we did see 2 younger kids on the trail. I would say they're probably not going very far in, and they were going in with their dads. It is definitely got an incline, a lot of elevation and stuff, and loose rocks, and it does take a little bit of a more sure-footed hiker. We tried our trekking poles today. They help a lot on the inclines. Really, really like that.
Yeah, there was a significant difference when using the poles.
So yeah, I mean, the experience is what it is, and we can look at it 2 different ways, and we're just going to look at it as, hey, we had a good day, we spent time in nature, it was hard, some of it, but someday that's going to pay off. You know, we're going to either go find a really cool campsite because we knew about it, or we're going to get lost again and we're not going to freak out. We love the hike, great hike, beautiful views, beautiful glacier lakes. We put our feet in the end. We decided to not go in today.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of a long day for us, and it's an 1.5-hour drive from our house, so that's a 3-hour round trip, so we didn't want to be there too late. We may take, we're talking about maybe taking a week or 2 to do a little bit lighter hikes and spend more time relaxing and playing in the water or something while it's still hot. You know, we talk about spending time in nature, and we've really been pressuring ourselves to do hikes and complete hikes and stuff like that, but you know, I'm thinking a little bit how we're losing a different aspect of just slowing down. And you know, when Nia and I stop at the water, Nia will say, I could just sit here for like ever. Yeah. So it's really awesome to hike and get the exercise and see different views, and our legs are getting us to where we see stuff that people don't get to see. But at the same time, it's okay for us to take it easy and stop and just swim in a lake or play in the river or take a little picnic and just sit in the trees. So we want to encourage you guys to spend time in nature.
Yes.
It's so necessary.
It is. It is.
Have a good week. Thanks for watching.